All right, let's get to jamming with Logic. So let's bring in, we wanted a retro synth. So I generated this patch. Oh, and by the way, at the end, I'm gonna set a link where you can like download the patches and everything from Logic, and actually the actual Logic template, so you guys can have it. I'm gonna call Simple Bass. So the difference, from the simple sawtooth bass is that I dropped the low pass from 12 to 24 dB lush, took down a little bit of the cutoff, and then, in the envelope, I added a little bit decay and then sustain a little bit too. And then right here, I pretty much took out everything regarding the sustain and the filter, and it makes it sound a little bit more pluckier, and that's kind of like what I wanted. Let's go and see the sound. So as the sound, I'm going to use actually the arpeggiator from the Sub 37. Super simple. I love it. So let's see what we can come up with. All right, let's record it in. So let's bring it over here. The synth, bass, kick bass. I also made a patch. You're gonna get this too, and this is how this is gonna sound, right? Just add a little bit of saturation. There we go. That's what we wanted. Chunky, right? All right, so we have the kick. Now let's go ahead and let's duplicate this. I'm gonna do hats. So I like going with the smooth. This is also a patch, simple hat. You're gonna get that with all of this stuff here. Okay. Kind of like that. I think that we could benefit from this as well. I'm gonna bring in the send effect. So I think that this effect is really nice for the kick. Make it more like, I don't know, groovy, and it dances well with the bass line, which is kind of crazy. So H delay, this is the only plugin that is not going to be part of like the Logic. I think that's it. It sounds good. It dances well with the bass line. Now let's add the hat. Yeah, I think they both dance really well together. So next, we are going to kind of like the same idea here, but we're actually going to turn this one's off, and we are just going to keep this one on. And then over here, we're gonna change this a little bit. Simple hat, open hat. The only difference that I did, right, is that I added a little bit more crush, more delay, which sounds really good. Okay, we can bring this down. All right, now it's time for us to start adding some some claps. Same idea. Let's go to claps, right? Snares and claps. Human claps. I love human claps. It's like my favorite thing. Guys, so this is how that clap's gonna sound. And I'm gonna go and record it in. Okay, that should be good. Let's see how it sounds. I think it's a little bit too low. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna add another set of claps over here. And I'm just gonna like pitch it down and everything. So let's see. All right, now let's go and see. We're gonna move this one back since I was a little bit late on that one. Let's move it a tad bit. Okay, and this one we're gonna move it forward. Okay, and the other thing that I want to do here is I want to just capture like the upper part of this clap. Okay, and now that we are here, we are going to use the imaging directional. I'm just gonna push it a little bit, 15%, and then over here we're gonna do the same thing, directional mixer for this one, except that we are going to go plus 15 or whatever. All right, now we're gonna add arpeggiator, because it's one of the cool things about adding an arpeggiator before is that if you're not like on time, then you can get creative when you're actually like hitting the keys. It's gonna be the drum synth again. All right, so membrane or even like high toms. Okay, see what we recorded just now. All right, one thing that we can do here is I'm gonna add a chorus. Man, there we go. All right, let's see. Yeah. All right, the other cool thing that you can do with this patch is that let's take out the kick. Let's say it's a break. And then you start modulating, right? All right, and then I'm just gonna like play it out, show you guys kind of like the idea that I have in my head now that I know, and let me show you guys how this turned out. The cutoff and the resonance, right? So this is kind of like the idea that I have in my head. You can go about it like this, or you can like start tweaking things around, but I think it's a good starting point. All right, let's play it. Start bringing that filter up. Yeah. So that was like my jam session. I think this is something that I can like start working with. So here's the link below. This is where you can actually download the template. I'm not gonna add like my patterns and everything because you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna upload the project so you guys can have it. All right, guys. I hope this was inspiring for you guys. I hope that I'm able to like teach you a little bit more on like how my brain works eventually later on, but this is all for you guys. All right, guys. Peace.